Sorry, my dogs.
Oh, it's okay. It's whatever. John's dogs bark all the time.
You're gonna hear them.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Barbell Spin podcast. Once again, Spin has let me borrow the channel to interview some Underdogs athletes. This week we have Alex Gazan, Julia Hannaford. I almost switched your names, so it would have been Alex Hannaford and Julia Gazan.
Perfect.
Perfect. Do you all, when we were at Wadapalooza, I did not get to interact with both of you at the same time, I don't think. Have you all met all that much?
I feel like we've met at least once, but I feel like Wadapalooza was the first I actually knew.
Met her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met. I think we were at the Relight dinner. We met there, and then
yes, it was Wadapalooza, that time frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Alex Gazan, one of the top women athletes in the United States, and then Julia Hannaford, Australia. She's currently in Wollongong, up and comer. And you came on the radar. Spin was like, she's going to win the snatch workout at Wadapalooza. And then I think sort of in Australia, you were kind of rumbling around before you had made it to semifinals last year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we met you at Wadapalooza. We had a good talk, talked about, you have a Star Wars tattoo.
I do have a Star Wars tattoo.
We talked about a good bunch of stuff, found out that I guess I'm racist for rednecks, which doesn't make sense.
Just a little bit.
And that's about it. So anyway, how are you guys feeling about the end of the Open this last week?
On to the next, baby.
Yeah. Move on. That's what it is.
We saw it. I mean, Julia crushed some of the workouts, and Alex, you crushed them too. I mean, we have a crazy bunch of experiences because you did an Open announcement. Julia, you were close to winning one at one point, right? Or you haven't won any now?
Yeah, I got second in the first one.
Yeah, second in the first one.
Good. So
which was crazy because when we were lining all this up for the first week, it sucked because I was talking to Kiefer, we couldn't use Alex because she was doing the Open announcement. And then he was like, I don't know who to do. And then he was like, well, let's save Julia for later. And then you got a number 2 score. And I was like, why the fuck did we save her?
Oh, well.
So, going into that, did you know, I'm probably going to get a number 2 score? Or
no, I had
number 1 score?
No, honestly had no idea. I couldn't even see the clock when I was doing the workout.
You're late, mister.
I'm sorry. I was grocery shopping.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Traffic got real.
So anyway, Alex is in a hurry. So
I'm not in a hurry. You guys can keep going. I just have to go in 30 minutes.
Wow, we'll start the workout. So anyway, we're going to watch these girls do 24.3 in the Heat 1 app. You could pick these two versus each other, and we'll see who the number 1 was. Julia, have you logged your score? Because Alex did.
No.
Thank you for keeping that secret.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't want to have one of those things where Monday rolls around and you're like, oh, Alex, you forgot to submit your score. And,
I totally get it. So
as long as one of you doesn't pick it, it's still fine. It's still somewhat, unless it was a world record. So.
Let's see here.
Well, I saw that Alex had put a score in, when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, I'll just put mine in. I was like, nah, that'll defeat the whole purpose.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think that's as good as it's going to get. I don't know.
Here, can you just 2-screen their videos and maybe we can hear our voices still?
What do you mean? Yeah, I muted their video.
No. Have their videos be the main, just the 2 screens.
Oh, so our faces aren't in it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. No, I want to see them. Fuck that. So anyway, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it keeps screwing up.
What about that?
No.
Okay.
Tyler, did you watch any of these before you put them together?
So
did you watch ours? I'm
terrible. I sent them to Ortega. He was filming for us while we were at Wadapalooza. I sent them to Ortega. I was like, "Would you put these together?" But I've run out of time both weeks and haven't been able to watch them. And I had this week to watch it, and so I didn't. I was like, I liked not knowing because Braun and Bailey tied, or at least we thought they tied, and I didn't know what their score was going into it, so it was dope not knowing. And then we get to the end, and it's
better. It's better not knowing.
Yeah, I like watching it.
I can't remember if Justin told me your score, Julia. I think he might have, but I don't remember it. So
Okay.
we'll find out.
Julia
Yeah, I think-
swore me to secrecy.
I sent it to you like straight away as well, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have waited. Nah.
No, I wouldn't have said anything. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
We get to relive it again. It's like
I-
What strategy did y'all have at all?
I tried to be like nice and steady on the first part. I feel like just in the announcement you saw like everyone that went out hot just got hit by a truck. So I just went out nice and steady, and same thing for part 2, honestly. Like it was just keep moving.
Julia?
Well, when I saw it come out, I was like, oh yeah, like that's pretty low reps. I could go fast, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh no, that's a lot of reps. And I watched like the live announcement, and I was like, yeah, no, don't go fast. And then, yeah, thought about it a little bit more, and was like, same as Alex, just start a bit slower and try and hold out for the end to go a bit
Your
faster.
transition was like 1 second.
Yeah, you.
Also, Alex, is it part of the strategy to be in 80s garb?
Part of the strategy to have fun. Our gym had a 80s theme Friday Night Lights, and
Also,
I wish
this
I went
this
all
is
out.
Will
like,
Brandstetter right here. It's not Will Brandstetter, but it looks exactly like Will Brandstetter.
yeah, we went all out. Like I had a fanny pack, the hair up, earrings, but I didn't wear it all for the workout.
Are you wearing a fanny pack there? Or not?
Sorry? No,
Are you
I
wearing?
took it off. Took it off. I wanted to wear it though.
You get caught on a bar muscle up. That would have been hilarious.
I'm
Your fanny
interested
pack.
to see what your all's times on this were. John was giving me shit earlier that I went too fast on the first half.
I'm excited for you guys to see the ending of mine. It's a good one. It's great.
You
It
and
gets-
you and Ricky did the exact same thing, Alex, in the ending.
Sorry?
Did Ricky tell you that you did the exact same thing in the ending?
Yeah. Justin told me I got him by a couple seconds, and I was like, all right.
Oh no.
We can't be as bad as Bailey. Bailey trips like 3 times in the last set of 50 double unders.
I don't know. This is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We'll see. Like, yeah. I'll
I don't know.
get there.
Did you Pat Vellner like flip off the bar?
No, not that
Okay, good. I was curious. I hope to God he didn't do that.
Julia, you're cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hurting at this point, and I wasn't sure what round I was up to.
Were you like when you were? So what round are you on right now? You think?
She doesn't know.
That's got to be the last one.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is round 5 now.
So
Yeah.
were you like at this point? Were you like I've screwed up, or were you like no, I'm probably good?
Nah, I was like okay. It was in the 1 minute rest where I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do these bar muscle ups.
Yeah.
To show you how hot the announcement came out, they were 2:51 was
Mhm.
Ariel's time, which is insane.
Oh, that is insane.
Yeah, I actually I feel like I felt pretty good because I obviously
3:17.
Yeah, like I felt
Yeah.
like chilling. Well, I was tired, but like I feel like I saved a good bit here.
Noah was right around this time as well. He was 3:20, 3:15, 3:20 on his first bit.
What were you at, John?
I was very conservative. I knew that I could do really well in the second part, and I'm like, it's just the second part. This first part means nothing. So I was like, I'm going to take as long as I can.
Just
to do
crawl.
the first part, and I think I went too slow because I was. I think I would be the same dead no matter what in the second part. I was 6:17 in the first part.
Oh wow.
And I felt great. I was like, you made the right call. You are awesome. And then like 2 rounds in, I was 20-second rest between everything. So
Julia, how
did
these
the
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how fast did the 1 minute feel for you?
It actually went slower than I thought. Like I was ready for it to feel really fast, but it went slower,
Oh,
which
that's
I was
nice.
kind of glad about. Yeah, it's funny when I first started the workout, I did 7 thrusters and put the bar down and went to go and do the chest to bars. And then I just looked at Benny, who was judging me, and I was like, oh, and he's like, restart. Because I like got it mixed up, so I was 7 instead of 10.
Mm.
Did you guys go unbroken on all your bar muscle ups?
No.
Believe that for a surprise.
Until the end.
They felt, honestly, like, I feel like I was moving well until the end, until the very end.
My wife's way fitter than me, and I think I was 3 rounds in to the second bar, and she goes, "You're on pace to like match me," and I was like, at that moment, I was like, "Oh no." I've messed up. And it was at that moment, it was like a gun went off and like I started moving like a snail. I'm so upset I didn't finish it.
How close
And
were you,
that-
Tyler?
5 reps, 6 reps.
That's close.
That's
That's good.
close.
I know.
It's almost like worse when it's that close because you're like, man, like just a little.
You know
bit.
what you can change. You're like, I know
Yeah.
what I can do different and do it. But I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
I was about to say, do you care enough to redo it?
No, no.
I will be redoing it.
Will you?
You are. Oh.
Dude, I was 2 reps short, Alex. And
No.
and
Two?
Look at
yeah.
these thrusters. Sorry, I had to pause. She held it overhead for like 3 seconds.
She's tired, man.
But
And I just need to go faster in the first part. I
Well,
think
here we
you made
go.
the right call, Tyler. It's just what else,
Julie,
whatever you
this is
have in the
round
last part.
3 for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're in the same round, Alex. You're
Yeah.
just
She's about to creep up on me right here, I think. Oh, did you break your muscle ups?
Yeah, just then, yeah.
Okay.
So round 3, I broke it into 4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Yeah.
Were you like trying to find like, okay, I want to hold it like this cadence of break, or were you just feeling it out?
Yeah. So I was like counting my rest
Ooh,
each time. Yeah.
you
And
look
trying
tired,
not to go
Julia.
over. Yeah. Ready? Watch me. I'll probably pause again here in the first half.
Whatever keeps
I like
the
you, like-
transitions fast.
It almost feels easier to breathe overhead sometimes. I know it's terrible because you're sitting there flexed, but it does feel easier to breathe.
Yeah, like I've got pretty good lockout overhead, so it's not too.
Yeah.
And I was
Alex
fine.
is
So
like-
just pick the bar up and just.
Alex
Breathe.
wanted 115 pound
She's
thrusters.
punching it.
I was like, that's fast.
Yeah, I would take heavy thrusters any day.
Oh my God. So we're right down to the wire here. You're both on your last round?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and round
This
4.
is 4.
Okay.
They're about to be in their last round.
Okay.
But Alex
This
is staying
same thing
unbroken.
happened to
so
me,
like
Alex.
they're gonna be pretty darn close when it gets to the last bar.
Do you
You're
do these
gonna try to
unbroken,
go
Alex?
unbroken.
This round, yes.
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna get to that thruster bar relatively the same time.
I can walk you guys through my brain after this.
Okay.
This round. I wore knee sleeves that were like kind of tight, and my leggings kind of bunched a little bit.
Yeah.
And after this last set of thrusters, I like started to get that like
Cramp.
I might pass out feeling. Like
Oh no.
I feel a little and so I did a set of muscle ups, came down, and I straight up was like, I'm either gonna pass out or fall over.
When's the last time it took you a minute to do 7-bar muscle ups, Alex?
Fuck, I don't. But I felt so good. I was like, I'm gonna just go for it. Like I don't want to rest. Like, I'm just gonna go. And then
Pro
when
move.
when I went up, it was when I was like, I'm in trouble. And yeah, you'll see. It's sad to watch.
Good job. 9 minutes flat.
Oh man, Julia, you killed it, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't mind thrusters either. They're quite nice.
As far as looking forward to movements this year, I was happy to see a thruster. Oh, no.
no.
What do you have 2 left?
Yes.
Sometimes that hurts so bad it almost knocks the wind out of you. You
Oh.
just chest the bar like that.
I literally was like,
Oh my
I've
goodness.
never had muscle ups like that. Like I would say muscle ups are like one of my best movements, and I died.
9:39.
So
Very
Wow.
good.
yeah, it looked. You looked like one of those people, like when you get your first bar muscle up, like where you
Yeah.
have to or you gotta fight it the whole time.
I like when I had failed that rep, I came down and I just remember looking at the bar and I was like, I don't know how to do this. Like I don't know how to get up there. It was not a good time.
Good. Overall, where are we thinking we're gonna end up this week? Like at the end, do you guys have an idea where you think you'll be overall?
Week 1 put me down pretty far, so just kind of creeping back up.
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna say
know.
week 2 put me down pretty far. So
Yeah, I mean, hope like probably top 40 somewhere. I assume.
It doesn't really
Same for-
matter unless you're in the running to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you're in the top 5 and you can get money, then like there's a lot of incentive, but otherwise not so much.
So in the first week, like Julia, were you thinking like, oh, I could I've already come out hot, like I could win the Open maybe, and then
yeah,
after week 2, were you just like, fuck it?
yeah. Well, when the second
That's
workout
that.
when the second workout got released, I was like, oh, like I know this isn't a strong workout for me, but we'll give it a red hot crack anyway. I ended up redoing 24.2 as well because
Oof, how'd that feel?
yeah,
Oh,
I actually felt better the second time than the first time and got like, way more reps. So it was worth it. But yeah, I was like, oh, wait, 20 or 24 is our year, and then 24.2 came out. I was like, I might take that back.
you still did so good though, like overall.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah,
just-
I'm pretty stoked with it. So.
Yeah. It's just hard, like incentive wise. It's like it's just so easy to get checked out. Like for the men, who is it, Dallin? Like each week's like, okay, I'll probably have a shot. But like it's so easy. Like one false move and you're like, okay, the Open's kind of over. Like I'll do the workouts, but it's like my effort is gone. So
Yeah, like Alex said before, once you kind of know you're in the top 25%, if you're not going to be in that top 5 with that money incentive, it doesn't really. Yeah.
So what's next steps look like? Are you guys planning training already? Like, does it really change that much for you? Or do you what does it look like going forward? I know, Alex, you've been through this a few times, Open and then going into quarterfinals and then semifinals. Julia, this is how many seasons for you? 2?
And this will be my 3rd. So I went to Torian or like semis in 2022 as well, but I somehow made a new account on CrossFit, so it doesn't actually show up.
Perfect.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Alex?
Oh yeah, honestly, not much changes. I feel like we've been training, we keep training. You just don't have to work around the Open workout on Friday.
Yeah.
And then just keep training. Once quarters comes around, hit that. Usually I feel like we have like a little bit of a deload week after quarters and then start a cycle leading up to semis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Justin's your coach. Benny's your coach, Julia?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I didn't know that Benny was a coach he's under the Underdogs umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Cool. How long have you been with Benny?
A month before Waterpalooza. So what would that be? 3 months?
So this is new.
It's very
new. Yeah.
How long have you known him longer than that?
Yeah, I've known him for a while. So I can't remember when I first met him, but we knew each other through mutual friends, and we went to the same dinner a couple of times and just kind of knew of each other. But I always wanted to make the change over to be coached by him, but it took a while to actually do it.
Right. It's hard to change coaches, period.
Yeah.
How many coaches have you had?
Just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah.
Before him, it was
Lincoln Bowman. So he was in Tassie and now he's in
yeah.
New Zealand. Yeah. So it's NTRS.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was it a month before Waterpalooza? So it's been 3 months total now? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're liking it?
Yeah, liking it. So
What
like
did-
got
what
a
did-
good crew to train with. So yeah, it comes with it as well.
Oh, he comes and trains with you.
Yeah, he'll come and train or like come and watch. He's got a newborn, so he'll sometimes bring the newborn with him like to the track or into the gym. Yeah, make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, or he'll jump in a couple of times, which is cool.
Alex, have you been to Australia at all?
I haven't, but I've been talking to like Caitlin, Ricky, everybody. Like, I'd love to come down and train with you guys. Be so
No.
fun.
Secretly, that's why I keep interviewing them. Also, hopefully, somebody from Australia wants me to come down and run their competition, and then
Yeah.
and then we can come over.
Well,
Honestly,
you
though,
both
the
just have to
track-
come over for Down Under.
Yeah, the travel though sounds. Oh.
It's the longest flight you can take, right?
Yeah, and I feel like after like I've never been overseas, and I flew to Europe for the Fit Fest, and like I just got hit by everything, and I was like, oh, I don't know if you can convince me to travel far for a while.
I remember flying to Hawaii and getting off of that, and it wasn't going there that was so frustrating. It was coming back. It was like, holy, like you're already tired because you've been vacationing, and then like you you spend like basically 2 days in airports and in the air, and you're just like, what just happened? Like
Mhm.
legitimately time was stolen from my life. But
I have to agree.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Like flying over to Miami was long, but it was okay. And then on the way back, it was not a good time. And then I had to like
It was
leave
just
my.
not a good time.
It wasn't. I had to leave my terminal. So when I got to where was it? I think I got to LA, and then the LA flight to Australia. M. DeRoy's bag got on the wrong plane, and then I had to leave my terminal and go get her bag for her, and then come back to my terminal, go all the way back through customs. And then when I got back here, my brother was like half an hour late to pick me up, and I was just. And then the first thing he said to me was, "Oh, you stink." I was like, "Oh, duh! I've been on a plane for like nearly 30 hours." And it
Of course
just,
the smell.
just wasn't a good time.
What time did you get to the LA airport?
I think it was like,
Was it night or day?
it was night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like maybe 9 or 10 at night.
So we had gotten back from the flight over from Hawaii. We landed in LA, and we were trying to make another flight over to, I think we flew to Charlotte or something like that. But anyway, it was like 9 or 10. It was like right before they close all the restaurants, which I didn't even realize was a thing. Like you run an airport, like people are coming into that, out of there all the time. Like you need one restaurant that's open. So I hadn't eaten anything in like, I don't know, like 16 hours. I was about to kill somebody. And
It's called intermittent fasting, Tyler.
not for me, bro. So I get in line at this burger joint, and the line's like backed up, and the dude in front of me, I guess, works there, and he goes, "The line ends with me." And I was like, I said out loud to him, I said, "I guess I'll just go fuck myself," and walked away. And I felt so terrible for that guy, but I wanted nothing more than a hamburger so bad at that moment.
I would just had him order. I'd been like, okay, then you order for me.
I'll pay you $50.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read.
Sorry. Poor Tyler and his first world problems.
You'll never understand how hungry you can be in an airport, and the hamburger you're getting ready to buy is like $60 for no apparent reason. You're like, why is this so expensive?
I'm a poor traveler as well. I don't like traveling. I like routine.
Interesting thing about traveling. Julie's from the country capital of Australia, Tamworth. I've drilled that in my head now.
Can you compare it to something in America?
I don't think I've been to enough places in America to compare it, but
Here,
when
pick
you
a
look
state,
up,
pick a state that you think it's like. Yeah, this will be fun.
You all raised a lot of cows in Tamworth, right?
Yeah, well, we have more than just cows, but yeah, there's lots of cows there.
This is Texas. It's got to be Texas.
No, Texas
Or
is not
it's
super-
Nashville. It's Nashville.
I'm thinking like
Maybe.
Midwest, like Iowa.
I don't know. But you all know because Tamworth is in inland quite a bit, like a couple hours.
Iowa's
Yeah, it's
the
about
middle
3
of the
hours.
country.
Huh?
Iowa is in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Or Missouri or Kansas. I'm sorry. Oh, we're on a big tangent right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're not
Is
like
it-
we don't have tumbleweeds or like no traffic lights. Like Tamworth's a very urbanized town.
It's just country.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a beach. That's all. Or big high-rise
Um,
buildings.
Alex, does this mean you're not going to go to Rogue because it's at Scotland?
No, I'd do that. I'd go there.
That
Rogue
feels-
is like Rogue. There's so much incentive to go. I just like the programming. Like if I could pick any competition, like Rogue has like up my alley programming. Second, like they take such good care of the athletes. Like they support your whole trip. Like you're not essentially paying to compete. You're getting compensated to compete, and it's so fun. So I'd go. And I've never been to Scotland, so it'd be fun to see.
It feels shorter to get like it doesn't feel like something crazy to me in my head to go to Scotland. Whereas like going to Australia seems almost impossible.
It's twice as far.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. You can do it.
I don't know that I can.
I believe in you.
There's not at least 6 hamburgers on this flight. I'm not going to make it.
Wait, the burgers here in Australia are very good though.
Can you bring food? You can bring food on a plane, right?
Yeah, you can bring food.
You just got to eat it before you get here.
So it's like, Alex, when you go to, it's going to, have you done competitions overseas?
Just Fit Fest. That was the only one I've ever done.
Yeah. How early did you get there?
Not early enough. I think we got there on like it would have been Thursday, and then it started on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I thought we adjusted to the time well because we had like not slept, and then we like, went to bed at a decent hour and slept through the night. But the whole rest of the trip, like I'd go to bed and then I'd wake up at like midnight, and I was just like, I'm
Wired.
awake. And I feel like we barely adjusted and then just turned around and went home because we were only there for a week, like front to
Right.
back.
So like for a big thing like Rogue, will you try to go out early and adjust a little? I mean, it's not as big of an adjustment. It's
Yeah,
like
I don't know what the time difference is for that.
4 or 5 hours or something like that from East Coast. It's probably, I guess, probably 8 hours for you.
Yeah, I'd probably want to go early because I feel like Rogue is like that matters a little bit more than Fit Fest, like being
Right.
like
Yeah, it's live
given.
streamed.
I'm
I'm gonna be bitter about that forever. I'm sorry.
I understand though. They wanted like the local population to like buy tickets and go. Like that was their incentive behind that. And that's really what it was. Like it was really like a big opportunity for like people there to see athletes, and we did like a seminar the day before, like got super involved. So I feel like it was more for that than like
the live stream.
the live stream. And honestly, like we changed workouts so much on the fly. You guys have been like, what the fuck are they doing? Like why is
It
only
was
this
funny.
team, like why is only this team doing that? Like you would have been confused.
Yeah. So Julia, when you went to Wadapalooza, how early did you go? Because that's a thing now. You're on the exact opposite almost side of the planet.
Yeah, I got there, I think Monday night. I think. Yeah, Monday night, and then it started on Thursday for us.
So you had 3 or 4 days to acclimate.
You think that was enough or no?
Yeah, I think so. I felt alright, and like my sleep was a bit all over the place as well, but I probably would have liked to go over earlier just because, but like I didn't like have an issue with it, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, there to Ireland. That seems like almost a world and a half away. It's like, I know at that point you might go the other direction. Like instead of flying to LA, you would probably fly to Africa.
The other way. Maybe. I actually don't know. I have my great grandparents from Ireland. So
That figures.
He's so cute.
You see the
Oh,
camera,
these
buddy?
dogs.
Oh,
Hey, handsome.
This is Pogi.
hey, Pogi.
He's named after Tadej Pogacar, who is the best cyclist in the world. I know nobody knows who that is.
Pogi.
I'm really into cycling.
All right.
We say his name in here because nobody cares about cycling in America at all. They probably care more in Australia, but I doubt it. It's just a European thing. And
Do you
people
know any
ask,
cyclist?
Huh?
Do you know any cyclist?
Cadell Evans.
yeah, that's all. That's Australia's big guy. That's about
Yeah.
it. But that's Jai Hindley. Do you know him?
No.
Okay. Yep. No. It's okay.
Cadell Evans is Reddit.
But
I
nobody
got one, and
nobody
that's what I
here
need.
knows anybody, and they ask his name, and I said his name is Pogi, and they're like, "How'd you come up with that?" And I'm like, "It's after a cyclist. I just really like this
Just tell him I
cyclist."
made it up.
And then it's just a weird
Silence.
conversation. The rest of the conversation,
Well, we were talking about it beforehand. I'm glad the Open's over. Quarterfinals will be more exciting. I have no idea what we're gonna do. Of course, if you watched, Sevan,
we're bench pressing.
We're bench pressing.
Listen, there's going to be bench
Yeah.
pressing quarterfinals.
No, bench press needs to come later. It needs to come.
Well, they did it in semifinals last year, girl. They ain't going to do it again.
Yeah, do it at the game.
It trickles down. It doesn't trickle up.
Huh?
It trickles down. It doesn't trickle up.
Oh, they gotta save it.
Julie is a good bench presser. Gotta be, right?
Yeah, not as good as Alex, but I like.
Nobody's as good as
You'd
Alex.
be fine with it, though, right?
I like bench press too.
Yeah, see, I think let's just save it. Let's save it.
Underdogs buy-in for the females is bench press. Can't
Let's
come in if you
go.
can't bench press.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
Are you looking more forward to this quarterfinals than the last one, or any feelings about it? Period.
I don't know. Like, no.
Last year was a bit different. Like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of don't really know what to expect, but that's exciting. I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's exciting because I don't know what's ahead for it, and it's a bit different. What, like six workout over 6 days?
5 workouts over 6 days.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably better. Less workouts.
The
Gives you
thing,
a chance to redo one if you want to, or a couple.
Yeah, I don't like the longer timeline because I feel like I prefer when people can't redo workouts. Like, just you got one shot and you do it, and then. But with like this timeline, people are gonna probably redo a few, and it's just.
No, me too, girl. I'm in your boat, but the Open is soft now, and everybody makes it to quarterfinals, and that's why, because the whole population can't do 5 workouts in 5 days, so we got to cater to everybody.
They gotta have money to pay for all their stuff.
I know. It's frustrating.
I
I'm
get
setting you guys.
No,
Y'all better watch your tone here.
I feel like quarterfinals, I feel like indifferent about. Like, I'm excited for it, but I feel like, again, there's not enough incentive. There's not even any money in quarterfinals. Like,
I know it's insane.
See, I think they're gonna switch that up because the amount of money they put for the Open this year is insane, and the fact that no one knew about it's even more insane. And so it's like they've got to put money up for the quarterfinals.
If they put money up in quarterfinals, like, that'd be dope. Because obviously the incentive for quarterfinals is to like make a statement and then get in a good heat for semifinals. Like, those are your 2 bargaining chips. But otherwise, like, again, if you make it through,
I'm in the minority on this because people think the Open, because you got to beat everybody in the world, so it's like worth a lot. But the workouts are so accessible. It's not really whoever wins the Open. It does not translate to winning the games. It's or top 5 or whatever. It means nothing for the games at all. I think the prize money should escalate each level. So like you win 5,000 if you win the Open, 10,000 if you win quarterfinals, and then 15,000 if you win a semifinal.
Yeah, semifinals was actually less than the Open.
Yeah, it's still like that.
Yeah,
and like I feel like
10.
I feel like it should go. I don't care how many places they go down, like if it's just first place or the top 3, but the prize money should increase each level you go up.
Oh yeah.
The workouts are harder, like,
Mm.
but not everybody feels that way.
Obviously not. They're not asking you.
No.
The thing
They
that
have a
I'm
small
interested, like, if you've done Dave Castro programming in recent or in previous opens, that feeling of 24.1, like that to me is Dave. And I haven't felt that in a couple years. Agree or disagree?
I feel like they feel like that almost every other
Probably. But that workout in particular hurt in a different kind of way.
I didn't do it right for it to feel that way.
day. She coasted.
Well,
I think
oh, go ahead.
so. I think 24.3 was the same as well. Like that. Like we didn't really have that feeling in last year's Open as well.
Right.
Yeah. So I agree.
I'm a Boz gal. I like Boz's approach.
Same. I'm a Boz girl too.
I think I'm a boss girl as well. I'll 3-peat with that. And we're all 3 very different athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think there's events here or there where, like, you got to just be able to, like, get down and dirty. But, like, I feel like Boz's approach was, like, a lot more specific. Like, he got rid of, like, the kipping handstand push-ups because it's, like, what are we testing? We're testing, like, shoulder capacity, and kipping handstand push-ups are, like, flinging around, you know? Like, I liked, like, those shifts of programming and, like, very high skill, but, like, I feel like a lot of his stuff was very intentional, and I liked that. Dave,
More
like, obviously,
execution based.
yeah, Dave does a lot of, like, you find out who's tough, and, like, that's cool. But,
Death by volume.
yeah.
Julia,
Do you think a blend of that would make the best programming? Like a true blend, whether they can make that happen or not, whether it happens or not, but like a true blend of the two would make the best overall programming? Because I feel like there are distinct differences in both of them, but like if you could actually blend them both.
Yeah. Like, I think all the open workouts this year were, like, they were good tests of fitness, right? Like, you had to be fit to, like, do well. But there was, like, until this last one, like, no skill. So just, like, hit or miss. I don't know. I'll let Julia answer this one.
Oh, yeah. I think Dave, like I said, like Dave's very much about like a mental toughness kind of game, and then Boz is a bit more about skill and like testing your capacity in the right way. I think the last workout was probably a blend of both, more so than the other two.
Mhm.
But yeah, it probably would be good to see more workouts of the blend. But I guess that's the difference between a good programmer and a not so good programmer,
Yeah, I feel like
especially
the
when it
games.
comes to semifinals and games.
Yeah, I feel like the games this year, like with the exception of like 2, maybe 3 workouts, every workout left you gassed. Like it was like you were completely empty. At least in my experience, like the jump rope one was fun. Like that one was like kind of pumpy and like you didn't have to like sell your soul for it. And then like the lift and like this inverted medley. So there was 3 that weren't like sell yourself. Every other one was like you were in the hurt locker the whole time.
Do you think the bikes set you up for that though? Because I feel like, and like obviously I wasn't there, I didn't do it, I don't know, but like the way y'all looked, that bike event took a lot out of a lot of people. Like, and
Yeah,
it made the whole weekend harder than it would be normally.
I think like for me, I wasn't good enough on the bike, like understanding how to push it and how to go to like be in a deficit going into the next event. Like I feel like for me that was just like a hard bike piece because I wasn't with the lead pack. I didn't get in that nasty.
What I'm saying though is that it might have paid off for you. Like I feel like
Oh
it
yeah,
hurt
maybe.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people were talking about their legs going into the pig chipper for sure. But yeah, they were all hard. They all were hard. They were all hard.
That's interesting though. So you think it felt kind of Dave survivey, but I mean, the theory is that Dave had a lot more input into programming the last games than we really knew about.
I liked the programming this year. Like, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I don't have necessarily complaints about it. I just mean every workout was tough.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I can't remember who it was, but like someone was on a podcast and they were like, what was like your least favorite workout? And they were like alpaca because it was like boring. And I was like, girl, I was like red line. I've never been that red line. Like, how, like everywhere. I didn't even think I'd be able to walk off the field. So yeah, just every workout was nasty.
When you took your shoes off, I was like, it makes so much sense.
But
then I was like, yeah, it was already coming off, and it's like you've been on the field before. Just keep going. You're almost done. And then they were like, no, you got to put it on. And I was like, what do you mean you got to put it on? She's done.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's gonna live in my nightmares for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I remember being like, oh, everything's routine, and then like just a train wreck was happening, and I was like, why is she's sitting down now? She has to put her shoe on. Like, what is this? It was great. It was.
I'm glad I provided some comment.
Oh, I felt for you so bad, but it was like, oh my God, like
I was just happy it didn't hurt you more than it did.
I heard when they were like, and here comes like Alexis and Emma Lawson, I was like, I just worked so hard for nothing. Like, I'm going to get passed by everyone. And it just went down the toilet. I was glad I was able to squeak in a little bit.
It's probably one of the most frustrating feelings when you can't move a sled. Like, to me, I don't know that I've never felt mad in a workout. Tyler. Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. You've never loaded it to where you're like, I can't move. No, or
I've always been able to move everything. If as long as we're moving real slow.
Not when you get on those low handle ones. The ones that are like.
I just lift it.
The prowler ones.
The ones that get stuck though, just lift the bottom half. Just cheat the fire out of it.
No, cheat. See, that's the problem. Is you cheat.
They ain't calling you on the field. They won't call you on the field. They'll just say, "Don't do it again." Yes, sir.
Julia, were your sleds for semifinals for last year? Did you feel like your sleds were gnarly? Like just
theirs was faster.
It was like no. There was like 3. Do you want to go? There was like 3 squares in my lane where the sled just would not move, and I was like pulling this thing so hard, putting my whole body behind it, like yanking it, and it just wasn't moving. And I slammed my rope down at one point, and just like looked at my judge, like I don't know why. Yeah, and then, but yeah, like it was like I didn't have much experience moving like heavy objects like that before, but yeah, it's not a great feeling because like you're strong enough, but it just wasn't moving.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more frustrating when you know you can do something and you can't, and you're just like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, and you're just like, what is going on? Yeah.
Do you that's a good? Do y'all think sled events should be programmed? Because every single year in the games, whenever there's a sled event, some sleds move better than others. And whether it's whatever's causing it, whatever. And I don't care if like it's perfect conditions or bad conditions, but every single sled event, some sleds are just easier than others. It is not even based on ability. Obviously, it is to some point, but some just move real easy and some are stuck in the mud. And like they're not equal ground. And I don't know why, but they for sure are not equal.
Yeah, that's a hard one because like sleds is a good test of fitness. Like sleds hurt. And like you can test light sleds, you can test heavy sleds. Like I think it's a really cool element, but like it is frustrating if you can tell like half the field is moving at a completely different speed than everyone else, or
girls weaker than you are moving it way easier than you are moving it, and you know you're better than them.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a hard balance. Like it's hard to say because it's also at the end of the day, like I also like to think like it's not the wand, it's the wizard. Like you just got to figure shit out and like get it done. But it can be the situation. So I don't know. It's a hard question.
Like I just think of Fraser in 2019 with him and how Noah was running with it and he's stuck in mud, and you can't tell me that Patrick Vellner and Matt Fraser can't move a sled with 25 pounds on it.
Yeah. No, I think like something needs. I don't know how they would fix it. Maybe if.
That's my point. Like, how do you fix it? They tried it a million different times.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. I got like I went way over my 30-minute time. I got like 2 more minutes and I got to get off for real.
That's so good. What house are you? Since you said the Wander Wizard, what house are you?
Oh, for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound so bad. I just watched them all for the first time like this year.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to as a kid.
Oh, look
Julia's
at Julia. Julia's a
offended.
Harry Potter fan. Julia's a big Harry Potter fan.
My next tattoo would probably be a Harry Potter tattoo.
That's
I was actually last night going. Did you know that you can do Harry Potter spells with your phone?
No.
Like on,
You're a big Harry Potter nerd, aren't you? Aren't you, Julia? Yes.
A little bit. Yeah. So if you like activate Siri and if you say Lumos, you can like it turns your flashlight on.
Oh, that's
Or
cool.
and then
That
you
is
say
cool.
Knox and it turns it off. Or same thing, you can activate Siri. I sound like
That's
a fool.
awesome.
No,
And you
I
say-
feel like I would go ahead.
And you can say Accio and an app, and it'll open up that app for you.
That's
Like
so
if
awesome.
I want to open up the weather app, I'm like Accio weather, and it'll open up the weather app for me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I
It's
feel like
so
I would
cool.
annoy the fire out of my wife with that type of stuff. Like she'd say something, and I'd just be like Lumos. It did just
You gotta try
she
that.
gets so annoyed
you-
with it.
Did you
Guys,
get-
thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna pop off real quick. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your chat, and
See,
it was a good
Alex,
time.
Bye,
Thanks.
Alex.
hey,
All right.
What are you gonna say,
Anyway,
Julia?
what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask Alex if she loved Harry Potter or not.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Never
You'll
know.
have something to ask. her next time.
What house are you, Miss Julia?
I feel like I would have to be Gryffindor.
You've never taken a test?
No.
Oh, I've
Oh, you
taken
gotta
like
take the
6 of
test,
them.
girl.
Yeah, you can Google them, and
Okay.
they'll tell you.
I'll take
I've
the
got-
test and then I'll report back.
Yeah, you'll report back. We'll make a whole
What house
card.
are you guys?
I am a Ravenclaw,
Gryffindor.
Okay. No.
and I'm a Thunderbird in the American version, which is a Ravenclaw American. It's Ravenclaw in the American schools.
The Thunderbird?
What's the
Well, I guess
American
I'm more of a nerd than y'all. Y'all don't know
Yeah.
your Harry Potter. That's the Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them. That's like more of that. Like you find out
yeah.
about the American schools.
What's the American Gryffindor? The mountain lion?
No, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I know Ravenclaw is Thunderbird just because I know that's I took the
You got all
test,
proud.
but I don't know all the Americans.
The
So you take 2 different tests. You took the American test and then the Harry Potter test.
Yeah, obviously the Harry Potter test first, but like the American one came later.
you know that Thunderbird was real, right?
Hmm.
Like it didn't
talking to
shoot
me?
lightning. I'm just telling a story, just talking to you guys in general. The
Isn't
Thunderbird.
like the Power Rangers or something?
No,
I thought it was a
the
car.
Thunderbird was a real bird. It was humongous. You can find old pictures of them.
Tyler, we don't need to learn about dinosaurs.
No,
okay?
because
Like,
it relates. Because Australia had one too. It was a different. It was a
called a
different
dragon.
version. But they had a big, huge bird, and I think theirs was actually larger than the American Thunderbird. So anyway, Australia is just a scary friggin' place. Yeah, I'm
not that
relating.
scary.
Okay,
It's not that scary.
you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how many spiders have you seen today?
None.
Okay.
Actually, I did get a spider web on me, but no spiders. Yeah.
See, I haven't seen.
There was
spider
way more spiders back home than there is here in Wollongong.
in
I haven't
Tamworth.
touched wood.
Are
I haven't
all of,
seen a spider here in my unit yet.
are all of the dangerous things in the country for Australia?
There's more in the country, but there's still they're everywhere, but more in the country. Yeah.
I think that's why people are scared, because you have like 8 of the 10 top deadliest things.
Yeah, but you hardly ever see them.
Right.
But when
Most
you
of
see
that shit's
them,
all nocturnal and
you can die. Like
But
you
you
don't
don't.
see anything where we are.
It's the snakes. It's
We
the
see
snakes that get
crickets.
me.
Crickets are. Ugh, I don't like crickets.
What?
They just jump and they're just. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway.
I do so do
That's
some
it.
spiders.
I would be nervous till I got there and started seeing that, like, and then I would be fine. Like,
They're
as soon
not
as I
just
could,
like hanging about on every single
Right.
wall. They're just.
Right. But that's the propaganda they feed us. They're just like, hey, Australia's just full of spiders, full of freaking snakes. There's gonna be snakes in your
But
toilet.
everybody is beautiful in Australia. There's no
Yeah.
ugly people in Australia.
Not
Nah.
one.
There's quite a few of them over
She's
here.
like, I can tell you some.
But not the ones that we talk to. Pretty much everybody we've ever seen from Australia is pretty good looking.
The healthy people, like people who actually have a healthy lifestyle, are good looking, but the ones that don't aren't.
See, that's the funny thing about perception is it. I was talking to somebody about Australia is like our cool cousin you see once a year. Like to Americans, like I don't know, to me, like I grew up just thinking Australians were cooler than Americans. Like there was nothing we could do as cool as you guys. It was like you surfed, you like fought spiders all the time, you fought
Except
snakes.
swim. We always ended up beating them in the Olympics.
Right.
Even though
But like
CrossFit is wild.
Which is interesting because in CrossFit, Aussies usually fit.
No,
so,
I know. Trust me. It's pretty poor.
Do you all know that we perceive you that way?
In like primary school, like growing up, we'd have to do like Aussie profiles, like we learn about stereotypes, and like Aussie stereotype that we learn about is a sunburnt person on a beach with their surfboard, sunnies, a beer, flip flops, and then with spiders and snakes. But like growing up, we just like like that's how people see us, but that's not how we are.
What's the American stereotype?
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
I don't even know what he's like.
He's old and he tells you to go to war.
And fast food and everything's big. Yeah.
Including the people.
About America.
Yeah. That's a shame. I would say most of America is not like that, but the America that you would see if you landed in any city, you'd probably get that.
Well, because like a lot of the movies we watch is just based in America, so I feel like we're like kind of already accustomed to it.
Culturally.
Whereas for you guys, Australia is probably the only big Aussie film is Crocodile Dundee. Have you guys seen that?
Yes,
we've seen Crocodile Dundee. There was a movie. It's something Snow. It's about a killer. You know what I'm talking about? It's in Australia.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about
Snowtown?
Like Snowtown Murders?
Yeah.
No, there's one where they fed. There's one where they fed a guy to a crocodile.
No, that's not this. This. It's like this. It's called Snowtown, I think, and it's an Australian movie. It's Australian. It's just about this serial killer in Australia.
Is it super weird? Is it super effed up?
I don't know, Tyler. It was a long. I watch a lot of things, man.
Is it on Netflix or?
I don't know, girl. Like Kathy knows what I'm talking about.
Snowtown.
It's a real thing. I'm not just making something up.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
Wolf Creek.
Is that it? Wolf Creek?
No, it's called Snowtown. I didn't know how popular it was. I got my serial killer kick, and that was one of the movies
that was a whole thing like this time last year, wasn't it? People were watching all Jeffrey Dahmer and all that.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Constantly a thing for us. There was a movie I watched recently with Julie will know, the guy who plays Jango Fett, the guy who plays all of the Star Wars clones. He's an Australian. No, he might be a Kiwi actor.
Oh, that's the third cousin we don't talk about.
But I fell in. But my Amazon turned into like it figured that I liked him, so it just started giving me a bunch of Australian movies. And so there was a couple of weeks last year where I was just like, I watched Australian movies. Do
you have favorite ones or not?
No, Like there are some that get close.
He watched one
Mad
Australian
Max
movie, and that's
is
it. And he's
the
just
best.
talking about all these movies.
No, I've
Mad Max
watched
is
a
good
bunch.
too.
Mad Max is the best Australian movie of all time.
Yeah, Mad Max is pretty good. Although the new one, I don't think it's as good as the original.
No,
Definitely not.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Although the
They
first one's
should-
super weird. The original Road Warrior is weird. Mad
yeah,
Max
they were
is when
definitely
it gets
on. They were definitely had something in the system when they made that movie.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Do you all
Right.
claim Mel Gibson because he's an Aussie,
yeah.
but like he feels so American at this point?
Does he identify as American?
No, he's Aussie, isn't he?
He was just on the news talking about politics.
He's, into a lot of different things. He might identify as something else. I don't know.
I didn't know you could identify as a different nationality.
Oh, it's 2024, girl. You can
This is
identify as
America.
whatever you want.
I'm from the country. You're either, yeah,
From here or
Yeah.
not.
yeah. You're either
Well,
Aussie or you're not.
Speaking of politics and actors, Paul, what's his name? Crocodile Dundee. Paul
Steve Irwin?
Hogan. No,
Paul
not Paul
Hogan.
Hogan. Is it? It's Paul Hogan. You should look up his story. He basically is just like screwed with the government for years. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay my taxes.
Julia, what
Yeah.
are your top 3 movies? We're just getting to know you now. We run out of things to talk about, so we're just,
Yeah, we don't have any CrossFit
What
stuff
are
to
your
talk
what are your top 3 movies?
Well, Harry Potter. I feel like they're all of the Harry Potters, but they're just one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
I do like Shawshank Redemption. That's a good one.
Number 1 movie on IMDb.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, of all time.
Of all time.
And,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
It was my
I
mom's favorite movie, so we just grew up watching it over and
Oh,
over.
I love Shawshank. It's my wife's
Yeah,
favorite
it's
movie.
good. Yeah. And I think The Equalizer. I like The
Oh
Equalizer.
wow, I didn't see that.
What?
Denzel Washington.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Of all time. Those are your best, those are your favorites.
Like if she lived on an island, those were the 3 she'd watch over and over.
Yeah.
Because she does. Shawshank. I would have never guessed that Shawshank is the number 1 movie of all time on IMDb.
Godfather's number 2.
It always pops up on Netflix, actually, Godfather.
I think Godfather is a movie that I like slow movies, but it's like if you ever go back and watch Rocky. It's
we're about
slow.
to hard disagree right now.
No,
man.
I love Rocky, but it's slow. Like you're like, damn, I've been watching this movie for 45 minutes and it's been 3 days.
Yeah, but
like,
Rocky's like Harry Potter though. Like they're all together. You know what I mean?
You watch them all together if you watch them.
No. I'm saying like one Rocky is the same as Rocky 4. Like I can't separate them. It's all one thing except Rocky 5. You can leave that one out.
But The Godfather feels that way to me. Like it was made in a different time for different people, and it's almost not surviving now. Like Godfather's hard for me to watch.
I think
The Godfather 2 is different.
Is doing fine. I think
Well, it's still number 2, so
yeah, it's doing all right. What are your top 3 movies, Tyler?
Come back, tell me your 3, and I'll tell you mine.
All right,
I gotta think about it.
Have y'all ever seen Interstellar?
ooh,
It's my favorite movie of all time. And then I'll probably say Rocky 4 as my number 2. Just a man's movie. You can't leave that without feeling like, I'm about to go do something. You know what I mean? Just
you stand up off and like
I'm gonna go for a run. That's what I get off of that movie. And number 3, I might say Titanic, man. Titanic is a great movie. Like it's just I eat it up every time I watch it.
Titanic.
Dude, Titanic is a classic.
Okay? Did you have both cassettes back in the day?
I did.
I was so geeked out about that.
And I had a little TV, I had a little TV with the VCR.
With the VCR built in.
Yeah, and I could just play them back and forth. Julia's too young for that.
Are you too
No,
young for this?
we had VCR. Yeah.
Okay.
we had VCR. Yeah. I grew up with the big box TV. Mum and Dad didn't get a brand new TV till 2017. So I was watching box TV till I was 16. Yeah.
I
That's like
like variety comments. Okay, I don't stick to one genre. I like to go around.
It's like my parents got internet like 5 years after I left the house. I was like, I wanted internet my whole life, and then they finally got. It's terrible now. Like it doesn't really work, but it's like they have internet. But it's like your parents finally upgrading TV whenever you're old enough to go.
I moved out like 2 years after that, but yeah.
Then a dark horse. Hold on, I just want to tell y'all, you should watch this movie if you haven't seen it. A lot of people probably haven't heard of it. This is going out to the world. It's called Brawl in Cell Block 99. That is the name of the movie. It's stars Vince Vaughn. Okay. But it's like a very serious movie. Now it's a little bit gory. So like you gotta
be ready.
That stuff. It's not like super gory, but it gets bad at the end. But like if you can't watch that, don't watch it.
Gory?
What?
Like Tarantino gory or?
Maybe not Tarantino gory, but like
Saw gory.
Yeah, like Saw gory, but like in a way different way.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a regular rated R movie gory. But some people are squeamish, so like if you're squeamish, don't watch it. But it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is awesome. It's awesome. It's through and through awesome.
What was it called again?
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Clock.
That's a long name for a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, book it, man.
Just a disappointment at the end.
And that should tell you everything you need to know about me right there. Those 3 movies. I like to explore. I'm ready to work hard, and I'm a hopeless romantic. Look at there.
Best movies versus the ones I would want on like a desert island type of thing they're 2 different lists. Like I think there are movies that are fantastic that I don't like. Like there might be some of the best movies that exist, but I'm like, they're not for me. But like movies I would want, if I have to pick 3 right now, Goonies is number 1.
You're making this very suspenseful.
Goonies is number 1. I take this really serious. Goonies is number
Tyler.
1. Goonies is why is that? Does that trigger you, John?
Let's have you seen Goonies, Julia?
No.
Oh my God.
All right. Can you pull up an image?
Yeah.
So I have been told that I have a resemblance to this character. Okay. He's going to pull up a picture for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
And you tell me if you agree. And it's okay because people in comments tell me all the time.
I can't believe that you're doing this to yourself, John.
I just, you said the Goonies, so we have to let it.
Let's see here.
All right,
I gotta get back to my screen. I'm trying.
Whoa.
Now,
he's a good dude.
You're taking a long time, Julia. I thought this was going to be like a hard no, but you're taking a long time.
Can you make the same face as him? Maybe
I cannot.
Nah,
I do the Superman picture because I think that's like the most. Because I have been told I have retard strength, and that's where this is coming from.
Where is the rock? I wonder if they find one of him lifting the rock. I guess not. Anyway.
I don't think
oh my God! I've never thought of this comparison. You don't look like him, John, at all.
Thanks,
not even
Tyler.
close.
I appreciate.
I don't think you. I don't think you look like.
You've already taken way too long to answer, Julia. I did not serve the purpose I was hoping it served.
100%.
I was trying hard to find a resemblance, but I couldn't.
You got to find it. You got to watch the Goonies. It's the greatest.
It's so stupid. It's not.
This
is a child's movie. It's a child's
movie. I will
movie.
say this: don't ever watch it when you're stoned. It makes 0 sense if you watch it when you're high. It's like that happened to me one time, and I was like, "It's my favorite movie of all time," and I'm watching it, and I'm like, "This is so dumb." but it's great. It's nostalgic if you like 80s movies. It's a great coming of age film. Number 2.
I would not have asked this if I knew you were going to be
Spin's like, shut the show down. This is the dumbest show you've all ever done. This is good. This is reps for John and I to run our show on our own. Number 2 is Lawless.
Lawless
I've watched
is a good
Lawless
movie.
about 100 times. I watched it yesterday. I'll watch it probably again next week, and I'll continue watching it. It's like a movie that a lot of people would just pass over, but it's got what's his name in
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy in it. It's got Shia LaBeouf in it. Have you ever seen this one?
Oh, Lawless
No.
is a good movie. Don't watch Goonies. So, Joy, so first movie you need to watch
You
is
better
For All
freaking
Itself
watch
Block 99,
Goonies.
and then the second one you can watch Lawless.
Okay. All right.
No.
Cell Block, Brawl and Cell Block 99, and then Lawless.
I'm going to call you at an inopportune time that's only good for Americans and terrible for people in Wollongong, and I'm going to get a video report, and I'm going to post it to the Heat One app, or the Heat One Instagram. So you better watch the Goonies, or I'll embarrass you.
Ooh, that was an intimidating threat, Tyler.
I probably just won't answer. I'll be
It'll still make a great video on Instagram. I'm just calling you.
All right.
All right, number 3.
3 is
All right, Julia, that's all the time we have today. So thank you for joining the
John,
show.
I had it.
Well,
Lethal
while you're
Weapon.
What'd you
that's a
say?
good one.
Lethal Weapon. I've
You're
watched Lethal Weapon
old
a bunch.
movie kind of a guy.
Oh yeah, I grew up watching old movies.
Mm.
If you have the time, watch. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Sean, what made you pick Titanic over The Notebook?
Because The Notebook is not a realistic ending. You don't wake up out of Alzheimer's and then die together. That does not happen. You don't simultaneously have a heart attack when you're asleep and then die together after you wake up out of Alzheimer's. No, it can't. No, it can't. When you're gone.
It could.
No,
It could,
it can't. It medically can't.
You don't believe
okay?
in love is the
Listen.
problem.
Listen, I've graduated nursing school. I have not taken the NCLEX, but I've graduated nursing school. It can't happen. You're not that fried, not knowing what anybody
On
is,
Alzheimer's.
and then just wake up and remember everything, and then die together. First off, that's the most poorly ran hospital for the hallway to be that empty the whole freaking time. It's just not realistic. Right? Titanic, everybody dies. That's
John,
very realistic.
As a believer in
So
God,
was there enough room for Jack to get up on the plank? Was there enough room?
piano
There
top.
was enough room, but you know how women can be sometimes, and it's just Rose wanted to be selfish, so it's fine.
Yeah, women can be like that. I agree.
We got to shut this shit down before we all get canceled. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this show. Meeting
Thank
you,
Thanks for
Julia.
having me.
Julia, where do they need to follow you? I'm bad about asking that.
What do they need? They just need thumbs. And
No.
Where?
No.
where?
What's your Instagram
Just-
handle?
They just need
Instagram. I said, what do they need? My Instagram handle is Julia_Hannaford.
Go follow Julia. Watch her this year at semifinals.
Up and coming athlete. Oceana's wide open right now.
Right. It's looking wild. Just
Tough field,
go.
but wide
Yeah.
open.
Do you guys know, is it been a talk around the Australian athletes that the girls need to sign up even if they're doing teams?
I think so, but I haven't really been talking to the other girls.
If you can spread that word around, because it's like you guys really deserve other spots, and all's that Cara and what's the girl? Jamie, the girl on the team with Cara.
I think they know, but yeah, I haven't spoken to them about it.
People in the comments
and
just guilt trip them. 80% of our listeners are from Australia and New Zealand. So
anyway,
cool. All right.
Thanks for y'all's time, Julia. Thank you. We'll be back on Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks.
See you guys.